Hello, welcome back to yet another episode of Carlos and Janette. Our nominees, Adam, Louise, and Ethan. Welcome, guys. Your club asks, how will you fund for school education? Ethan?
Well, funding school education, there's a lot of money circulating out there, but it's not really going to the places that we need it. If we could direct funding from working on like test scores, but instead focusing on just creating a learning environment for the students, because currently they've lost focus on like where they actually need to be putting their money. And so if we flush it out and really work out what doesn't need the money, and we can put it more towards the parts of education that are lacking and need more.
Thank you, Ethan. Good answer, good answer.
Louise?
Okay, so I think that in schools, not all students are being successful, and that's because the educational system is not really fit for everybody. So if we focus on making sure that all students can successfully go through their school education through all levels, then the money would be put to better use instead of using programs and teaching in a way that doesn't benefit all students, because that would just be a waste of money.
Thanks, Louise. Adam, go ahead.
Oh, well, currently we spend more money per prisoner in a jail than per student in a public school. So if we took a fund for school education by taking money from prisons that don't need it and giving it more towards education and having that pay for the tools that kids need to succeed in school.
Firearm lobbyists, do you plan on changing the amendment, the right to bear arms, due to the overuse of gun possession for violence?
I will not be changing the amendment. I think that the right to own firearms has been protected by the Constitution, and it's a right which many Americans value. And I do personally believe that we should not. I am against the gun violence and the misuse of weapons, but I don't think that by taking away that right would necessarily solve that. But I would want to make safe America where Americans do not feel the need to own guns necessarily, and they do not feel the need to use them.
Adam?
Well, I love guns. I'm all for guns and everything, but I cannot change the Constitution. That's not right. And I think we need to increase or do a better background check on people who are buying guns, and that will solve gun violence.
Ethan?
I have no plans on changing the actual amendment. However, I feel like if we kind of shed a little more light on this issue and, being not so messy with it and actually working hard on it and background checks, mental health checks, everything that we can do to actually make it solid and, working like a well-oiled machine, I think we can eventually smooth out how this current issue is going.
Thank you.
Lobbyists want to know, how other ways would you help the retirees and elderly? Adam?
Well, I'll help the retirees by creating companies that will help them manage their leftover wealth so that they don't waste it on unnecessary things. And I will help the elderly by improving retirement homes so that they can have a more comfortable area in living in.
Louise?
So I will help the retirees and the elderly by improving the healthcare systems for retired and elderly people, because I feel that as they are no longer in the workforce, it will be harder for them to have financial stability, and so if their healthcare could be secured, then they will not have to worry about that. And yeah.
Ethan?
I'd like to help retirees and elderly with their financial situations and healthcare situations by ensuring that they can get medication or regular doctor checkups, and also ensuring that they'll be able to collect their pensions from their businesses that they previously worked for and retired from, and be able to not be restricted by any loopholes in the current legislation.
Thank you, guys.
Teachers Union, they ask, how much time are you planning to invest in the union? Louise?
I'm going to be spending a lot of time investing in this union because I really believe that our educational system needs to get reformed and needs to help students be successful and actually receive an education rather than just go through the educational process, which isn't necessarily helping students be successful in life, especially if they decide to go on to college or to further their education.
Ethan?
Education will be a large priority on my long list of duties I want to accomplish as a president. I feel like we need to take a look at all the situations around education, because with education we can begin fixing everything else. If we start with education, we can start schooling children that will help us solve our other problems. So if we can have more educated students in this country, we'll be able to solve our other problems very easily.
Adam?
Well, education is definitely going to be on the top of my to-do list while I'm president, because education is such a ticket, and that ticket will open so many doors for our youth. And I'm not just going to invest my time, but I'm also going to invest money into the education system, which will bring it up so much.
Thank you, guys.
Mother wants to know, what is your plan for legalizing marijuana? Ethan, go ahead.
I think we should probably work to remove the federal prohibition on marijuana. I mean, when you look to prisons, low-level crime, drug dealing are clogging up the prisons and costing the taxpayers more money. And so if we remove these low-level crimes, we can focus on actual problems.
I think a lot of states have already legalized marijuana, and although it's not federally legal, it is working for the states. And so I represent the Green Party, so I'm in favor of anything green.
Adam?
Well, I have to agree with them, because I'm all for legalizing marijuana, especially for the healthcare system, because I know it has lots of healthcare benefits that helps elderly to deal with pain. And if we legalize it, it will open so many doors for helping healthcare.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, our presidential nominees. Ethan, you want to thank you guys? Thank you so much. That's it, guys. Tune in next week to know who is our winner.
We are here with the presidents. We are playing a game of Catching the Stars. Each star they catch is a goal for your future.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
I fell off.
Whoa!
Okay, guys, let's count them. Let's count them.
Ethan's trying to steal my stars.
It looks like our winner is. Alright, never mind.
What the fun? That was so much fun.
These looked a bit like crushed
them
dreams.
He's stealing my. That's not present.
Guys, count them, please.
Okay, let's go.
Count them, please.
Alright, no, he didn't steal.
We're still rolling.
Okay, we're counting. We're rolling.
2.
Let's see.
1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Do you feel confident you're gonna win, Ethan?
Easy.
What about you, Adam?
Well, Ethan stole some stars from me.
What about you, Luis?
I'm
you
just
feel
gonna take this back, of course.
Good, good.
I lost count.
4.
I lost count.
How would you elect a president that doesn't even know how to count?
Ooh.
Let's remind everybody who's in calculus, Ethan.
Ooh.
What kind of president would steal from others?
Ooh.
Hey, it's not stealing.
I
Very
clearly
good.
had
Collective
them.
tax.
Better achieving.
I have a star tax
I
imposed.
made a nice little ball out of it.
A quick word for our voters. All of these are destroyed. Think about your dreams.
We destroyed all the trees.
Luis, how many are you standing at?
24.
Ethan?
Those are half stars.
2 hours later.
Ethan, you counted over them like 4 times.
37.
Wow.
10.
Well, you guys know who to vote for.
Looks like Adam has the most stars in this star
I
game.
have 10 full stars. I don't
10
know how they're
full
half
stars.
ones. Hey.
And I repeat, by 24, I meant 24 divided by 2. Just showing my math skills for Ethan.
37, 12, or 10. Who's the real president here?
That stole from us.
Good night,
Okay,
America.
thank you guys.
I fell off the